welcome! Today's the day I would usually sit down and edit the video for this week, but I haven't made any filming. I haven't done any filming this week. So I thought we'll sit down, have a nice hot cup of coffee and some pretty Star chocolate biscuits, and I'll update you on why I haven't made a video. Oh, that's nice. My gas central heating boiler has finally died after 16 years of hard service. Oh, yum. A soft ginger sponge drenched in chocolate. Delicious. Now, as I was saying, my central heating boiler has died, which is fine. It's 16 years old and only to be expected. But it's going to be the 21st of December before they can come and fit a new boiler. So I have another week with no heating. As I said, I'm absolutely fine. I have extra blankets on the bed. I do have a hot water bottle and a couple of independent electric radiators. So I'm nice and cozy, if a little inconvenient. So lots of my time has been taken up phoning boiler fitters and arranging quotes and deciding which one I'm going to have. And in between all of those phone calls and emails, site survey visits, I've been keeping myself nice and busy as usual. I wrapped up all the Christmas presents, well, most of them. There's one or two to go. I'll stick a picture up here, somewhere, I don't know, there. I've been busy wood turning. I made this lovely little Christmas tree that's going in one of the Christmas gifts. So it was important I got it done this week. I used my parting tool, now I have one, to make the spaces in the tree. I don't know how well we can see it there. So to cut these gaps in the branches, I used my parting tool. When I first made some Christmas trees a few months ago, I was using my skew chisel to make the spaces between the branches. So it turned out really well and I'm very pleased with it. I'm quite good at little trees now. I think this is about the 5th one I've made and I like them. It's quite a simple little project. While I was on the lathe carving all those spaces, I made a second hanging ornament to go with the one I made the other week. So now we have 2 hanging ornaments. Things look nice in odd numbers, 3s and 5s and 7s, so I'm going to have to make another one. I don't know what pattern or shape to make it though. Maybe I'll put some wood on the lathe and see what it turns into. And still on the woodworking theme, I don't know how many of you saw my video where I made the rattle with the 2 captive rings. I've learnt what they're called now, captive rings. My first attempt broke, but I did keep the ring. So now I've put that on a shoelace and made it into a necklace, which is very much a style I wear. So I'll be very proud to be wearing my wood turner's wooden necklace pendant. Not while I'm turning though. No necklaces when you're working at the lathe, very dangerous. So that's made real good use of what was a failed project. I've still got something out of it. And that's been the woodwork for the week. But along with my woodworking, I've also been sewing. Now I made a beautiful blue long velvet skirt that I have been living in since I made it because it's so gorgeous and feels so nice to wear. It's also been useful this week because it's nice and warm and I've needed all the cozy comfort I can get. So loving it so much, I decided I'd like a brown velvet one. Now, they didn't have brown velvet quilt covers in my local supermarket where I bought my blue one from. So I searched the internet and found myself a crushed brown velvet quilt cover, but they only had a single left. So I bought the single, not the cheapest thing in the world, at £28. It might have been 26, I think it was 28. And I've made myself a beautiful crushed velvet long brown skirt. I'll go and get it and show you. So here we go, my lovely long swishy crushed brown velvet skirt. And I love it just as much as my blue one. Now, because it was a single quilt cover and not the double, it only came with one pillowcase. And the pillowcase was only velvet on one side, which seems to be quite common for the velvet quilt covers. You have a velvet on the top and then a silky sort of finish on the fabric that's the reverse. So my one pillowcase only had enough velvet for the front facing of my waistband. Thankfully, in my fabric stash, I had this yellowy gold velvet, so I've used that for the inside of my waistband, but no one ever sees the inside, even though it does go quite nicely with this chocolate brown. So that's my long brown velvety skirt that I'm loving just as much as my blue one. And it also goes really nicely with these little seersucker tops I've been making. The colours blend quite nicely because this fabric has some chocolatey brown in it as well. So it goes really well with the brown or the blue skirt. I am so loving my two velvet skirts, the blue and my brown, that I plan to make just one more. So I've got myself a double bedspread in this rich dark green velvet. So this will be long velvet skirt number 3, and I think that should keep my winter wardrobe going very nicely. And this is lovely and soft, but so are the other two. They're also soft and silky to feel. And this was a double, so I have 2 pillowcases, so plenty of fabric for making that big wide waistband that I like. Weather-wise, we've had a couple of days with an early morning frost, and it finally got the better of the tomato plants. So although I've not cleared the polytunnel yet, the tomato plants have died back in the cold. So maybe I'll get wrapped up cozy and get out there next week and tidy that up. Just before the Christmas comes. Before we know it, spring will be here and I'll be planting all those wonderful new seeds. So bye for now, and we'll see you next time. And remember, whatever you're doing, have fun doing it. If you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to click that like button and let me know. Click subscribe and YouTube will make sure you see my next video. So bye for now, and we'll see you next time. And don't forget, whatever you're doing, have fun doing it.